Imagine the two invisible giants, each with the mass of a billions of suns, slowly spearing towards one another in the silent darkness of space. Their gravitational pull distorts everything around them: light, time, and even the very fabric of reality. Now imagine these cosmic collisions happening near our solar system. What would we see? What would happen to Earth? And could we even survive to tell the stories? Understanding the black hole. Before we dive into this disaster, let's understand what a black hole really is. A black hole is a region in space where the gravity is so strong that nothing, even the light, can escape. It forms when the massive stars, many times bigger than our Sun, collapse under its own gravity after running out of fuel. There are the different types of black holes. Stellar mass black hole, a few times heavier than the Sun. Supermassive black hole, found at the center of a galaxy, with the masses millions or the billions of times greater, and a historic and possibly the primordial black holes, ancient remnants from the early universe. Every black hole has its boundary, called an event horizon, the point of no returns. Beyond it, the physics as we know it breaks down. When the black holes collide. When the two black holes get close, they begin a deadly dance. They orbit each other, wrapping the space-time like the ripples in a pond. As they spiral inward, they release a massive amount of gravitational waves, ripples that they stretch and squeezes the space itself. These waves were the first detected by the LIGO in 2015, confirming the Einstein centuries-old theory. When the two finally merge, they form a signal, even the larger black hole, releasing the more energy than all the stars in the universe combined for the brief moment. But what if these incredible events happen not the billions of a time years away, but near our home planet? How close is too close? Near is a relative term in space. A black hole collision happening 10 billion light years away is harmless, even ones occurring a few million light away, like another galaxies, would likely be safe. But if each collision occurred within our Milky Way, say within a few thousand light years away, we will be in deep trouble. Let's imagine the two black holes, each with the masses of about 30 solar masses, collide somewhere within the 5,000 light years of the Earth. That's relatively close in a cosmic terms. The gravitational wave storm. As the black holes spiral towards each other, they release a tsunami of a gravitational wave. If each wave reached the Earth from the nearby, the entire planet would stretch and compress, not enough to tear it apart, but enough to cause the noticeable effects. Sensitive detectors would go wild, GPS satellite might glitch, time itself could warp ever so slightly. You won't feel it physically, but the fabric of the space around you would literally be shaking. However, that's just a start. The light show. Normally black hole collisions are invisible, no light escapes. But if there is the gas, dust or the star around them, things get spectacular. As the black holes spiral closer, their gravitational superheats the surrounding the matters to the millions of degrees, creating the powerful jets of the energies and X-ray bursts that could outshine the entire galaxies. If the collision happened near to the Earth, or the close enough, we might see the sky light up brighter than the full moon, but with the deadly radiations. Gamma rays and X-rays could bombard the Earth, damaging our atmospheres and destroying the ozone layers, letting the lethal cosmic radiation in. The effects on Earth. If the black holes collide within a few hundred light years, things could get terrifying. Radiation storm. The Earth's atmospheres could be blasted by the gamma rays, triggering the massive ionizations and the temperature fluctuations. It could cause the mass extinctions, similar to the how scientists believe a gamma rays burst might have triggered the past extinction events. Magnetic field disruptions. The immense energy could interfere with the Earth's magnetic field, leading the auroras worldwide and the possibly a collapse of the communication systems. The magnetic field disruptions. The immense energy could interfere with the Earth's magnetic field, leading to the auroras worldwide and the possible collapse of a communication system. Space-time distortions. Near the collisions, time slows dramatically. If you somehow observe it safely, you would see the merge in the slow motions, as if the universe itself were holding its breath. Gravitational chaos. Nearby, the planets and the stars could have their orbital disrupted. Asteroids might be flung out of the asteroid belt. Even the outer solar systems could experience the orbital shifts. The worst case scenario. Now let's talk the nightmare further. What if the collisions happen within 100 light years, practically in our galactic backyard? The gravitational wave could be strong enough to literally tear apart the weak structures. Satellites could fail, tides could go wild, and depending on the black hole, the mass, the merge could create a recoil kick, a newly formed black hole flung through the space at the thousands of kilometers per second. If the new black hole was ejected towards us, it could eventually drift into our solar system, at first invisible and silent, until it starts disrupting the planetary orbits and pulling in the gas, dust, and maybe even the sun. By the point, humanity could not have any time to escape. If the collisions happen thousands of light years away, we'll experience a beautiful gravitational wave, and the scientists could celebrate. If it happens hundreds of light years away, it might trigger a mass extinction. If it happened dozens of light years away or the less, the Earth's surface could be shattered by the radiations. But don't panic. The nearest known black holes are thousands of light years away, and the odds of two of them merging near us are eventually a zero, at least for now. What scientists learn from the collisions? Even though these collisions are deadly up close, they are the goldmine of knowledge for the scientists. Each merge teaches us about the behavior of space-time under the extreme gravity, how galaxies grow and evolve, and even the hints about the dark matter and the dark energy. The LIGO and the Virgo observations have already detected a dozen of such events, each one happening billions of light years away, yet powerful enough for us to feel space-time tremors here on Earth. The universe is full of unimaginable power and beauty. Black holes are not just the destroyers, they are also the creators, shaping the galaxies, bending times, and perhaps even giving the birth to the new universe. So, while the two black holes colliding near the Earth could spell doom, watching them safely from the afar reminds us how fragile and extraordinary our tiny blue planet really is. Until the next time, stay curious because in space, the more we learn, the stranger it becomes. Thank you.